Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. As instructed on WhatsApp, all of you keep your cameras turned on.
Ma'am, I'm using my phone, so I can't. That option is not available, ma'am.
Okay. No, but whatever it is, kindly fix it by the next class.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, all of you. Keep your cameras turned on. What about Nikita? I can see Shreyas, Nikita. Shreyas, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Just a minute. I'll turn on my video.
All right. Nikita, Deepika, Sneha and Harini. Sneha, Harini.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, kindly turn on your camera.
Yes, ma'am. We are trying to on it. It's not on, ma'am.
Both of you have logged in from the same device, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're sharing the device. Will that be comfortable?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. So I had posted the list of students who had completed the homework. So Nikita, Nandini, Meera, Tarun Murali, and Pranav Rajan. These 5 students had submitted the homework on time.
Ma'am, I forgot to upload, ma'am. Send, ma'am.
Okay, Murali Krishna also finished it but forgot to upload. Okay, but anyways, you
Yes.
sent it but late. Yeah. Then later I
Yes,
got
ma'am.
Murali, Deepika, Shreyas, and Kanishka. Kanishka, she had her exams till Thursday. She's from Montfort and she had her exams till Thursday. Thursday, she watched all the videos. Thursday and Friday, and she completed all the notes and she shared them with me today. That is what is expected. That is responsibility. She finished her 9th exams only on Thursday. Friday, Saturday, she watched the videos. She completed the notes and shared all the pictures with me. So happy to see them. All of us can do that. It's that little push we need to give ourselves. All of us can do that. Now, I don't want to tell the names of the students who have not submitted. You know it yourself now. Ananya is not there in the meeting. Other than the name side just called out, others have not submitted. Other than the names which I just called out, others have not submitted. Do you want to unmute and say why?
Ma'am,
I'll leave it to you. If you
Ma'am?
want to unfence, yes.
Ma'am, I'm Tarun, ma'am. I am out of station, ma'am. Now I came to home, ma'am.
Tarun Ishwaran. Okay. So you could not submit the homework, is it?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, now after completing this class, I will send you, ma'am.
All right, Tarun. Good.
Okay.
Neha and Harini. Okay, so I didn't want to call her. I'm so sorry. Okay, not to offend anybody, but children, homework, whatever instruction is given on WhatsApp, kindly follow it.
Ma'am, we have completed up to 13th sum, ma'am.
13th sum. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So complete the rest and share the pictures. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
All the others who have not completed, please finish the homework and share the pictures on WhatsApp with me. And in future, all of us should have done the work on time. I did give you sufficient time. Yeah. All right, children. So that's it about the homework. Let's begin today's class. All right, look at this question. So today we are going to do graphs from this chapter, linear equations. Before that, let's just complete some more equations which we need to understand as to how to solve them. So question number 21, solve for x and y. X plus y minus 8 by 2 is equal to x plus 2y minus 14 by 3 is equal to 3x plus y minus 12 by 11. Don't write anything, children. Don't write anything. I'll tell you if you have to write, I'll tell you. All right. So now from this, you should make two equations. From this, you must make two equations. So see here, like when you have A is equal to B is equal to C. A is equal to B is equal to C. That means A is equal to B, B is equal to C, and A is also equal to C. So you can get three equations. Excuse me. Yeah. So when you have A is equal to B is equal to C, it means A is equal to B. So see one equation. B is equal to C, another equation. C is equal to A, another equation. We have three equations. So similarly, from what we are given, which looks like A is equal to B is equal to C. Okay. So this looks like A is equal to B is equal to C. So A is equal to B. When you work this, you will get one equation. When you work B is equal to C, you will get another equation. That is enough because we just need two equations because we have two variables x and y. To find the values of two variables x and y, two equations are enough. Or we can, however, make a third equation by equating A and C. You can equate any two children. See, we have these three. You do any two of these two. You will get two equations in x and y. Solve the equations and find the values of x and y. That's the procedure. See the answer on the next slide. See what I have equated. So see, I've equated these two. I've equated these two. Can you see it here? Can you see it here? I've equated the first and the second one. A is equal to B. So how do you solve that? Cross multiply. Cross multiply. So see here like this, cross multiply. And you know all this. You know how all this happens. And then get all the x and y on one side and the numbers to the other side. And you get the first equation like this. I'll give you time to go through the slide. Let me just explain. Now I've equated B and C. You can see it here. See, this is B. See, this is B. And this one is C. This one. Okay, so this is equal to this. On equating these two and cross multiplying, you get another equation in x and y. You get another equation in x and y. You can solve these two equations in x and y using any method you know. Any method. I have done it using the cross multiplication method. So solve, you can use the elimination method, you can use a substitution method, you cannot use a special method. You cannot use a special method here. That will not help you. So you can use any one of these three methods, elimination, substitution, or cross multiplication, and find the values of x and y. So x is 2, y is 6. Isn't that easy, children? Say yes,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
no.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any questions on this? Any doubts here, Minnie? Oh, yeah, now I'll just give you wait for 2 minutes. Go through the slide. I'll wait for 2 minutes. So when you do A equal to C, when you do this one, when you equate these two, you'll get some other equation. But on solving the equations, you will get the same values for x and y. We'll get the same values for x and y. Yeah, take a screenshot of this one, children. Complete this.
Yes,
You already have 20. You already have 20 in your notebook. So this is the 21st one.
okay.
So like this, you can have the equations. Take a screenshot, complete this in your classwork later. Next one. Similar, right? Isn't it similar to the earlier one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, see the answer? I'm not going to talk anything about this. You have any questions, you can ask me. Anything you can equal, I said you can do A is equal to B, B is equal to C, A is equal to C. Any two of these three. All right. Any questions?
Ma'am,
Any
instead
questions?
of this elimination method, can we cross multiplication method?
Yeah, sure, Shreyas. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, take a screenshot, children. Complete this as homework.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Next one. Now here we have three variables x, y, and z. We have three variables x, y, and z. We have to solve for x, y, z. We have to solve for three variables. We need to find the values of x, y, and z. And see, we have three equations. We have three equations. So such equations, actually they can be tried in different ways. I'll explain what I have done. So what the idea here is, what in this working, the idea, I'll tell you the idea used in this working. The idea used in this working is, I have taken equation 3. I have taken equation 3. See, you can take any equation. I have taken equation 3. Understand the idea. It's not about why equation 3, why not equation 2. It's not that. Understand the idea used. So taking equation 3 means I've taken one equation. One of the three equations I've taken. Then I have written y in terms of z and x. So use equation 3. From equation 3, what do you get? Y is equal to, when you transpose, 2x plus y minus 3z is equal to 0. When you transpose, y is equal to 3z minus 2x. Y is equal to 3z minus 2x. So that's what it is. From equation 3, we have this. Now what we do is, this expression, we take the remaining two equations. Which are the remaining two equations? This is the first equation. Okay, and this is the second equation. We take the remaining two equations. From 3, we got y is equal to 3z minus 2x. Now what we do, we write the first equation, the second equation. But instead of y, we use 3z minus 2x. See the first equation? What have I written here? Substituting 4 in equation 1 and 2, we get. What do we do? See here? X minus, this is y, 3z minus 2x plus z is equal to 4. Then when you work this, you will get one equation in x and z. Y is gone now because y, what happened? Instead of y, we have used 3z minus 2x. So y is gone. Now we have an equation only in x and z. That is the idea. What we do is, so we have three variables. What we do is, we take away one variable and we write that in terms of the other two, x and z. So we get a new equation 5 only in x and z. Now in the second equation also, what we did, instead of this y, like in the first equation, instead of y, we wrote 3z minus 2x. In the second equation also, instead of y, we write 3z minus 2x. See here, instead of y, we write 3z minus 2x. Plus z is equal to 2. Now open the bracket and work this, you get another equation in x and z. So what is the idea? What's the idea we get from this? The thing is, take any one equation. Take any one equation. Write one variable, maybe x in y and z. Now what you should do is you take the remaining two equations and in place of x, you must use that expression. So what will happen? X will go away. You will have two equations in y and z. Now we can comfortably solve these two equations in y and z and find the values of y and z and then find x. Let me tell you the idea again. So then, so the idea is, I have taken 3. You can take any equation. I have taken 3. I have written y in terms of x and z. Then I took up the remaining two equations 1 and 2. And there in place of y, we use 3z minus 2x. So what happens? Y is eliminated. And we have the equations only in x and z. So we get this equation in x and z. This equation is in x and z. Now we solve the two equations in x and z. We find the value of x. We find the value of z. And once you find x and z, you can substitute it in any equation here. You can put it here also. You can put it here. Here you can put x and z value and find y. You can put x and z value here and find y. Is the idea understood, children?
Yes, ma'am.
To say yes. You have any questions? You can ask me. Yeah, I'm happy that some of us are following the instruction followed. Tarun Murali, the thing is, it's very dark. I can not see you.
No, ma'am. My camera is not working properly.
Yeah, finally, Tarun Ishwaran. Tarun Murali, I cannot see you. So good, Meera, Pranav Rajan, Nandini, Murali Krishna, Hitesh, Rajeshwari, Tarun Murali, Tarun Ishwaran, for all of you for turning on your camera. Harani and Sneha, sorry, Harani and Sneha. Others are expected to do the same. All of you, in fact, must keep your cameras turned on throughout the session. Okay, let me show you that slide. Yeah, children, go through carefully. Now, does my window get pinned automatically, or you have to pin my window, children? When I share my screen, does my window get pinned automatically, or you have to pin my window?
It's automatically.
It gets here automatically.
Hi, Ananya. You joined late, is it?
Yes, ma'am. 15 minutes later. Very sorry. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. What about your assignment?
Your voice is breaking.
Yeah.
Ma'am?
Ananya? Okay. All right, but if my voice is not clear, I'm just scared how you are following the
Now
class.
it's clear. Now it's clear.
Okay. Sometimes
Yes,
it's again.
Assignment now?
Yeah. It's asking.
Can I unmute? I'm not able to hear you. 1 second.
Ma'am, we can't hear you, ma'am.
Am I not audible, children?
Ma'am, you're audible.
No, ma'am. When the mic is
Ma'am,
on, you are not audible.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. All right, Ananya, no problem. You can text me. You can text me later. Yeah, thank you. Children, go through the slide and tell me if you've understood.
Understood, ma'am.
Good. The idea. So we take up one of the, we have three variables. That's what the situation is. We have three variables, X, Y, and Z. So the idea is we take up one of the equations. So here equation 3, you can try with 1 and 2. I've taken equation 3 and I have written Y in terms of Z and X. You can write X in terms of Y and Z. But you know what? X has a coefficient, Z also has a coefficient. Only Y did not have a coefficient. So I thought it's easy to write Y. See here, if you write X, you will get like this. 2X is equal to 3Z minus Y. So you will get X is equal to 3Z minus Y by 2. Who wants the denominator? We don't want, right? So this is just going to make the working a little more, a little more strenuous for us. So let's avoid this denominator. So I thought this Y the coefficient of Y is 1. So it's easy to write Y. Y is equal to 3Z minus 2. You don't have a denominator like here. But since X is 2X, that the coefficient of x will come for division by 2. So you don't want that. When you write z also, when you write z, so you will get 2x plus y. This is the equation, minus 3z is equal to 0. So you get 2x plus y is equal to 3z. So you get 2x plus y is equal to, this 3 comes for division. So z is equal to 2x plus y by 3. Z is equal to 2x plus y by 3. Oh, I don't want the denominator 3, which is why I chose y, because the coefficient of y is 1. So only one y, no? So it's like by 1. So it is more comfortable to proceed with, that's all. It's not that you will not get the answer with the others, you will get. But then you have to take LCM, cross multiply, and little more steps you will have. So I've taken equation 3, written y in terms of z and x, and I put this expression in the remaining two equations 1 and 2. Using which I get two new equations 5 and 6. Only in x and z, only in x and z. And now we solve the equations 5 and 6, which is in x and z. Okay, using the elimination method. Using the elimination method, we find the value of x, find the value of z, and then we substitute to find the value of y. Is that good, children? Shall we proceed to the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yeah, that's it. So here we have the first and the second equation. Here also it's all for x, y, and z. X, y, and z. So the first equation has x, y, and z. The second one has x and z. The third one has, see, you can please try in your own ways. See, for every sum cannot be tried in many different ways in the class. It's time consuming. So I've just, whatever work I have, whatever method I've adopted, I've just tried to explain that. You work it in a different way. You can share the picture on WhatsApp with me and I can help you. I can tell you if your procedure is right or wrong. You can do that. So here we have an equation x, y, z. This one is only in x and z. This one is in x and y. So I've tried to solve. The idea here is this equation is an x and z. This equation is an x and z. So I'm trying to, I've just taken, randomly I've taken this. This equation is an x and z. So I'm trying to create another equation in x and z. I take the remaining two. So this equation I'm not using now. I'm not using this equation now. Okay. This is the equation which I've just had it like this. I'm not doing this equation. I'm taking the remaining two equations. And using these two equations, I'm trying to construct a new equation in x and z. So that new equation and this one, which is an x and z, can be solved. And you can find the value of x and z and then find the value of y. All right. So look at the first and third equation. I'm not using this now. This one has x and z. So I'm using this equation and this equation and trying to get another equation in x and z. I wanted an x and z because this equation is in x and z. So to make a pair of equations, I'm trying to get another equation in x and z. So I take the first one and the third one, first and third. So if I wanted an x and z, I should eliminate y. Because I want x and z, that means I should eliminate y. So see the first equation. This is the first equation, children. See here. This is the first equation. Watch. This is the third equation. I don't want y. I want to cancel this y. I don't want y. So that means I multiplied the first equation by 3 and the second equation by 2. I'm not using this equation. I've written the first and the third one. I have to eliminate y. How can I eliminate y? Only when this becomes 6 and this also becomes 6. Because the LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. So I multiply the first equation, this one by 3, this one by 2. Then what happens? It becomes 3x. 3 into x is 3x. 3 into 2y is 6y. 3 into z is 3z. 7 3s are 21. And the next equation 4x minus 6y is equal to 2. So now plus 6y minus 6y gets cancelled. 3x and 4x is 7x. 3z as it is equal to 21 plus 2, which is 23. Now we have got another equation in x and z. So solve this equation, this one, and this new equation, Solve these two equations. They are in x and z. So you'll get the value of x. Once you get the value of x, you can find the others, y and z. So I have substituted and I found y. Again substituted and got z. You can see it here. So here the idea is this equation is in x and z. So using this equation and this equation, we are trying to get another equation in x and z, which means x can be there, z can be there, y should not be there. So eliminate y. How? By making the coefficients of y the same in both the equations. And that is achieved by multiplying accordingly. Let me not talk about this, by multiplying accordingly. So you get these two equations. Plus 6y minus 6y gets cancelled. 3x plus 4x is 7x. 3z is equal to 21 plus 2, 23. So like this, we got a new equation 4 in x and z. So we solved this 2, which we did not use. We solved this 2 and 4, those new equations. This equation 2, which is given, and this new equation 4. We find x, and once we find x, we are easily able to find y and z. Yes, children, take a screenshot.
Yes.
Now work this mindfully, children. Don't just copy. I don't want to name the person, but you know, it's I can make out that the child has just copied. Because when you work on your own, you definitely, you know, in some places have gone wrong. So you would have striked it out and repeated that. Calculation will be there in the side or in the rough column. There is nothing. It's so neat, the work. The work is so neat. I did not give you the homework to copy it. That's a punishment. That's not homework or assignment. That's punishment. That you can give it to anybody who does not know or want mathematics. Simply ask them to write it. Okay, write whatever is in all these 20 slides once. Even that person will do it. Can do it. That's not what we are trying to do. Write mindfully. You were expected to solve it with the help of the screenshots.
Ma'am, can you show me 23rd question, ma'am?
Oh yeah. Was that to stop me from continuing, Pranav Rajan?
Ma'am, I will send you the return, ma'am. I will write this question and practice, ma'am, and again I will copy in Max work like that.
Oh no, child. It was not. It was not. I was not pointing this to anybody, but I was just telling the class. Now, each of you don't take it for yourself. Just leave it. I'm just trying to. I just wanted to share this so that it doesn't happen in future. All right. How many cameras have gone off? I'll just watch 2-3 classes, and then if the video is not turned on throughout the meeting, then I have to decide something else. Please take the instruction. Keep your video turned on throughout the meeting. All right, that's about the 24th. Yeah, go through that. 2-4. Is that fine, children? I'll wait for some more time. 1 minute. I don't think I gave you sufficient time. Please go through the answer. 24th answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, children. All right, so that's it about solving equations. So we have seen how to solve using the different methods for x and y. And now these last 4 questions, we saw how to solve for 3 variables x, y, and z. Taken the screenshot, children. 24th one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So now this is another part of this chapter. This is another part of the chapter. So the the chapter is divided into the first part which we saw, solving equations. The first part which we saw, solving equations, and then we have graphs. We have graph making. That is, we have 2 equations or 3 equations given to us. We'll have to make a graph of the equations and then answer whatever questions are being asked. So there is solving for x, y, z, and the second part, graphs. We have word problems. So situations are given in words. You need to construct equations. I'm going to ask now. One of you will tell me what are the different parts of the chapter. So I was telling you that we'll have word problems where, a situation is explained. You need to construct equations. So there'll be 2 different situations explained. For each of the situation, you will have to construct equations. One equation for one situation, another equation for another situation, and solve the equations and find the values of x and y, and hence answer the question asked in the word problem. And the other is, we have conditions for solvability. That is, we understood that no a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2, all that stuff. We are applying that in questions. We learned the conditions. Conditions for infinitely many solutions. A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. So we have questions where we apply those conditions. So I said solving equations for XY or XYZ, graphs, word problems, using the conditions of solvability in questions. So broadly, these are the 4 different parts of this chapter. Solving equations, making graphs. Yeah, see, do not meddle with your hair. Girls, if you have left your hair open, no adjusting your hair and all that in the class. Boys, making your hair, running your finger through the head. Don't do all that. And then playing with the, the writing instrument, flipping it. No, no, no. Nothing of that sort. Sit as if you are addressing someone. Sit as if you are holding the meeting. Yeah. So that should be your conduct should be as if you are the, host in the meeting. So I think that explains everything. Yeah. Okay, so these are the different parts of the chapter, children. So now we have come to, so we finished one part. That is, we understood how to solve equations given and find the values of xy or xyz. We're done with that. Now, there is no order. We can do this chapter in any order. Like I can even do questions based on conditions of solvability. I can do that now. I can do word problems now. So anything. But you need to know how. The first part is solving equations. First part is solving equations. Without that, I cannot proceed. So first comes introduction to this chapter, and then how to handle equations, how to solve equations and find the values of the variables. After this, I can take any route. I can do graphs, I can do word problems, or I can do problems based on solvability, the conditions for solvability. So all of you understood what we're going to see in this chapter? Yes or no?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So look at this question, children. So before we go to this, let me ask you some questions from 9th standard. Yeah. So let's dive back to 9th standard. I know you don't wish to. Now tell me. X is equal to 3. X is equal to 3. How will I make the XY table for this? X is equal to 3.
Ma'am, X then Y is equal to 1, ma'am. Ma'am, X is equal to 3, Y is equal to 1, ma'am.
Pranav, come to you. Pranav, I'll come to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Deepika. Deepika. All right, Deepika, you've not turned on your camera, but I thought you can unmute and say something. Are you there in the meeting? I don't even know that. I can see you. I can see your name, but are you there? Okay, so she's raised her hand. She's there. All right. I forgot my question. Shreyas? Shreyas? You're not there in the meeting, Shreyas. Okay. Fine. Who can tell me how to complete this table?
I think the y will be to the whole table y will be 0, ma'am. X will be 3, then multiply by 2, it will be 6, ma'am, and 9, ma'am. And into 3, it is 9, ma'am. X is.
No. Without any explanation, tell me the values for X and Y, that's all.
Ma'am, for 3, 0, ma'am, and 6 also y is 0, ma'am. For 9 also y is 0. For 3, X, ma'am.
6, 0, 9, 0, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
No, ma'am.
No.
Ma'am, for that, there should be an equation.
No, it's fine. We can make. Okay, let me ask you this. X plus Y is equal to 4. Okay, X plus Y is equal to 4. Now, give me the values for the table.
X0,
X0.
4.
Voice.
From Ananya. Okay. So when X is 0, Y is 4. Okay.
X is 2,
X is 2.
Y is also 2.
Oh, that's not Ananya. Who is that?
I'm Meera.
Meera. Okay, Meera. When X is 2, Y is 2. Then?
Only your voice is breaking.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, next. Next, anybody? Next? Or Meera completed?
X is. Y is 3, ma'am.
3, ma'am.
Correct. So for different values of X, so when X is 0, 0 plus Y is equal to 4. So Y is equal to 4. Y is equal to 4. Then when X is 2, okay, so X plus Y is equal to 4. When X is 2, 2 plus Y is equal to 4. Y is equal to 2. Y is equal to 2. And when X is 1, 1 plus Y is equal to 4. Y is equal to 3. Y is equal to 3. So this is the table for the equation X plus Y is equal to. All of us need not get the same values. We'll all have different values. Okay, so can we recall this? How to make the XY table for this equation X plus Y is equal to 4? Now tell me. This is 9th standard.
X is equal to 3, y is 0, ma'am.
Can you all recall that? Sorry, Pranav. Can you all recall that every linear equation in one variable can be treated as a linear equation in two variables X and Y? Every linear equation in one variable can be treated as a linear equation in two variables X and Y. So X plus Y is X is equal to 3 is nothing but X plus 0 Y is equal to 3. Yes, some more children?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute. All right, children. So x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3. So I was telling you that x is equal to 3 is nothing but x plus 0, y is equal to 3. Every linear equation in one variable x can be treated as a linear equation in two variables x and y. We saw this last year. Now tell me. Yes, children. No idea? Not able to recall. Okay, fine. X is equal to 3 means x is always 3 for any value of y. X is always 3. That's the meaning. I'll tell you how it works also.
I can't understand.
No, Pranav, let me finish. I normally repeat, right? Wait.
Ma'am, it was not me, ma'am.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Who's that? Yeah, who's that? X is equal to 3 means x is always 3. X is always 3. For any value of y, any value like minus 10, 100. I'm just telling you, you don't take 100. You might not get it on your graph paper. So 250, whatever value for y. Because x is equal to 3 means x plus 0 y is equal to 3. X is equal to 3 means x plus 0 y is equal to 3. So now see here. Now let me take an example. Now you give me some values, children.
Ma'am, 100.
X is always 3. Shall I take 0, minus 2 and 4? Let's check with this. Use the values of x and y here in this equation. What is x? 3 plus 0y. 0y meaning 0 into minus 2. Are you getting 3 as the answer? 3 plus 0 into minus 2, 0. We are getting 3. We are getting this 3 as the answer. Check for the other one. X plus 0y is equal to 3. X is 3. This one. Okay, let me do it again. I don't know if you understood. 1 minute. Let me do it again. The same thing. Let me do the same thing again. We're just checking if our values are correct. We are just checking if our values are right. Oh my God. We are just checking if our values are right. I forgot what I wrote earlier. I'm just writing something now. Okay, so x plus 0 y is equal to 3. X is now we'll check for this. We'll check for this one. X is 3 plus 0 into minus 3 is equal to, what are we getting? 0 into minus 3 is 0 and 3. So it is 3. It's correct. So this is correct. Next, x plus 0 y is equal to 3. X is 3, y is 0. X is 3, y is 0 is equal to 3. So see here, no, I should not write is equal to 3 here. So now 0 into 0, 0. I'm getting 3. I'm getting 3. X plus 0 y is equal to 3. That's a given equation. 3, 4. X is 3, y is 4. X is 3, y is 4. So, oh my God. Okay. So now 3 plus 0 into 4 is 0 is equal to 3. Everywhere the values satisfy the equation. Yes or no? Everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, everywhere the values of x and y satisfy the equation. Everywhere the values of x and y satisfy the equation. When we fix the values for x and y in the LHS, We are getting that RHS as the answer. So remember this. Now using this idea, tell me, y is equal to 4. How will you make the table for y is equal to 4?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes.
Ma'am, y is always 4, ma'am. For x0, y is 4, ma'am. For x5, y is 4, ma'am.
Yeah. Y is always 4 for any value of x. Y is equal to 4 means y is always 4 for any value of x. Let's check this. Let's check this. So it will be 0x plus y is equal to 4. Y is equal to 4 means 0x plus y is equal to 4. So now substitute 0x plus y. So now the first set of values, minus 1 and 4. So 0 into minus 1 plus 4. 0 into minus 1 is 0 plus 4, which is 4. See, 4 answer we are getting. Again, 0x plus y. Take the second set of values, 0 and 4. So 0 into x is 0, y is 4. Answer is 4. Answer is 4. For the third set of values, 0x plus y, 0 into 1 plus 4. 0 into 1 is 0. 0 plus 4, which is 4. So you don't have to do all this. I'm just explaining how it works. So what you have to remember is, if we have x is equal to minus 3, it means x is always minus 3 for any value of y. For any value of y. Y is equal to minus 7 means y is always minus 7. Y is always minus 7 for any value of x. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The emoji. Raise your hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Class, use the emoji. Raise your hand. Use the raise hand option and raise your hand. Pranav, Rajan, Hitesh, Ananya, Nandini, Meera, Sneha, and Harini, Rajeshwari, Deepika, Nikita, Kanishka, Murali, Tarun, Murali, and Tarun Ishwaran, Shreyas. All of us are there. Shreyas, I called out to you sometime back. You were not there?
Oh, ma, facing internet connections.
Okay. Is this understood, Shreyas?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, Shreyas, tell us. Class, are you all sure you understood this, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I didn't. Did I read out Kanishka's name? Okay. All right. Now, children, tell me. So, children, this we have done last year. We have made graphs. We've understood a little. We have understood something beyond this also. I don't want to say that, and I don't know if I can say this confuse you. So I'm just not talking about it. We learned a little more than this last year. Okay, for now, this much you should recall. You should know how to make the table. Now tell me, what is x is equal to 0? Who can tell me when you look at x is equal to 0, what do you want to say? What do you want to say? X is equal to 0.
It would be on origin.
No. What comes to your head? X is equal to 0.
And point on y-axis.
It's a point on the y-axis.
The point lies on the y-axis.
Okay, point lies on the y-axis. Okay. Where is y always 0? Where is the y coordinate always 0?
On any point on the x-axis.
Every point on the x-axis has its y coordinate as 0. Okay, let me not make it theoretical. Let me show it to you. See here, x is equal to 0, children. So going by our theory, what we just understood, x is always 0 for any value of y. Is this fine? We just understood that x is equal to 0 means x is always 0 for any value of y. Is that correct, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let's plot. This is the x-axis. This is the x-axis, x dash, and y dash. Okay, we're going to plot these points 0, minus 1, 0, minus 1, somewhere here. 0, minus 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. This is 0, 0. This is 0, 0. And 0, 1, 0, oh sorry, 0, minus 1 is down. I'm so sorry. This is plus 1, children. Sorry. This is 0, plus 1. So 0, the final one. This is 0, plus 1. So that's here 0, 1. 0, minus 1 is below here. 0, minus 1. Now, when you join these points, that's what you're supposed to do, right? When you plot 3 points, you're supposed to join that and get the line So now when you try to join these 3 points, it's already the y-axis. You don't have to join. It's already there. And that is the y-axis. So x is equal to 0 is the equation of the y-axis. This is what you'll have to remember. Please make a note of this. X is equal to 0 is the equation of the y-axis. X is equal to 0 is the equation of the y-axis. That is, x is equal to 0 represents the y-axis. Make a cloud. Just write. You can just, okay, like this I'm saying, write it somewhere and you can use a sketch pen and put a cloud around it. X is equal to 0 is the equation of the y-axis. That is, if you're given x is equal to 0, you don't have to make a table for that. It's the y-axis. Which line is it? It's the y-axis. You don't have to make this table at all.
Wrote, ma'am.
Yeah. So x is equal to 0. When you make the table, x is always 0 for any value of y, and when you plot it, you see that it's you plotted the 3 points, but then you took your scale, you took your pencil, and you try to join it, but then you see that it's already connected because it's y-axis. X is equal to 0. See, y-axis is a straight line. Y-axis on its own is a straight line. So that also will have an equation, right? The equation of the y-axis is x is equal to 0. So now tell me what will be the equation of the x-axis?
Y is equal to 0.
Y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 will be the equation of the x-axis. Y is equal to 0 will be the equation of the x-axis. We'll see that. Children, make a note of this, children. If you feel you've forgotten this, make a rough figure. The equation is x is equal to 0. The table, then this rough graph where we plot, and we realize it is the y-axis. All right. Next, y is equal to 0. So without recalling all this, I can't take you into graphs of this year. So y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0. Now tell me, what do I do? Y is equal to 0. Y is
Zero.
For all, ma'am. For any.
Zero always.
Y is always 0.
Minus 0, 0. For x, any number, 1, 2, and 3.
Any value of x. Yeah, for any value of x. Now let's plot this. Let's plot this. Minus 2 comma 0. Minus 2 comma 0. Minus 2 comma 0. 0 comma 0. 0 comma 0. 2 comma 0. 2 comma 0. So see here, it's already connected. The 3 points are already connected, and that is the x-axis. So y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 is the equation of the x-axis. Is the equation of the x-axis. So if you're given x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, you don't have to make the lines. You don't have to make the lines. You know, because it's straight away the x or the y axis. Take a note of this. Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Don't see when I give you time to write in the class, you must write in the class. Don't take a screenshot and save it for writing it later. These things, when you recall, you must write it immediately in your book. Only then it's registered. So what we had to recall, where what x is equal to 0 means it's the y-axis. What is y is equal to 0? It's the x-axis. And what about x is equal to, supposing we had -5, we should make a table like x is always -5 for any value of y. And if it was y is equal to -3, y is always -3. Y is always -3 for any value of x. This is what we had to recall. For x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, you don't have to make a table because directly they are the y and x axis. Then the other equations will have both x and y. See, this is one kind. Otherwise, it will be like this. Or you'll have both x and y. So like 2x plus 3y is equal to 7 or whatever. That you know how to do. That you know, because for that you should give different values for x and find the corresponding value of y. That you know. You should know that. You should assume some values for x and find the corresponding values of y. Or you should assume some values for y and find the corresponding values of x. So these are the different ways in which you can have the equations. See, register this, children. You should be familiar with the kind of equations we'll be meeting. We will be coming across equations of, these kinds. Sometimes you may have 2 equations, sometimes 3 equations. Okay, now let me take you to the first question. I'll do only this in the class. See here. Draw the graphs of the pair of linear equations. Draw the graphs of the pair of linear equations x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0 and 4x minus y minus 4 is equal to 0. So we have two equations in x and y. So this one is a straight line. X when you make, so here we have x and y. You have x and y. So if you write it in the standard form, this is the standard form, sorry. If you want to take the variable to the constant to the other side, then you will have it like this is equal to minus 2. This is one equation. The other equation is this one. And if you want to take the constant to the other side, it is this one. So now you will have to make one xy table for this, one xy table for this one. Okay, that you know, you should give values for x and find for y. So that much that you should know. I'm not talking about that. So when you plot these points on the graph paper, when you plot these points, these 3 points, you know, these 3 points, you will get a straight line. When you plot these 3 points, you'll get another straight line. Okay. So now, so for each of the equations, for this equation, one straight line, for this equation, another straight line. Now what is given? Calculate the area of the triangle formed by the lines with the line y is equal to 0. Who is y is equal to 0? X-axis or y-axis?
Yeah.
Who is y is equal to 0?
X-axis.
X-axis. How many lines do you need to form a triangle?
3, ma'am.
3. How many lines are given in the question?
2.
2. This one and 2, and this is the third one. So these 3 lines will enclose a triangle. You must identify the triangle. This line, and this line. These are all. This is one line. This is one line. This is one line. So these are 3 lines. These 3 lines. They'll enclose a triangle like this. These 3 lines. See here. So one line, another line, another line. See here. This is the triangle. This is the triangle enclosed by the 3 lines. Calculate the area of the triangle formed by the lines with y is equal to 0. These 2 lines and x-axis. Y is equal to 0 means x-axis. So the 3 lines, this is one line, this is one line, this is the x-axis. They'll enclose a triangle. You should find the area of this triangle. And you should also write the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle. Coordinates of the vertices of the triangle. You must also write the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle. Like this one is some whatever, like 5, minus 4, and this one is, you know, something like this, Is the question understood, children? Do you understand what is expected from you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Tarun Ishwaran, have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me in your own words.
Ma'am.
What is that we just saw? How many lines were given? How many equations were given? Yes. Somebody wants to say something?
Ma'am, ma'am, actually, I have a doubt, ma'am. Actually,
Yes, tell me.
my father called me right now. I went on in. So can you teach the last part alone, ma'am?
Not for some time. Yeah. Okay. Which part do you want, Kanishka?
After the 2 equations that line formed, I just went and.
Okay. So fine. So this is you make this is the x and y axis, x-axis, y-axis. All right. So now this is one
Yes,
equation. So you get a line for that. You get a line. Okay. This is another equation. You get another line. Which is the third line? Y is equal to 0. That is the x-axis. This is the x-axis.
Yes, ma'am.
So clearly, this is the triangle enclosed by the 2 lines and the x-axis. Here, one line, second line, x-axis. So this is the triangle. How many lines do we need to form a triangle?
3 lines.
A
Ma'am.
Ma'am,
triangle
3 lines, ma'am.
Yeah, a triangle is 3 sides. So 3 lines can enclose a triangle. 3 lines can enclose a triangle. So
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, so this for this equation, say this is the line. For this equation, say this is the line. And for this equation, you know, x-axis is the line. Y is equal to 0 is the x-axis. So now
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is the triangle. Yeah, so this is the triangle enclosed by the 2 lines with the x-axis. We need to shade this.
Okay, ma'am.
We need to shade this. Okay, here shading is not asked. You need to find the area of this triangle. Okay, so we need to use half base into height and find the area of this triangle and also write the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle. So what is the address of this vertex? What is the address of this vertex? What is the address of this vertex? So this one is something like 10 comma minus 2 and something here and something here. We need to find that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, yeah. You're welcome. Yes. Coming back to Tarun Ishwaran.
Ma'am,
Yeah, tell me, what did you understand? How many equations are given? How many equations are given? 2 or 3?
2, ma'am.
I'm 2, ma'am.
I can't see your face, Tarun. You're using a laptop or what is that? What's the device you use?
Ma'am, laptop, ma'am.
Laptop. Adjust
Yes,
the
ma'am.
lid so that I can see your face fully. Yeah, that's good. Yes. Now tell me, Tarun, how many equations were given?
Ma'am, 2 equations, ma'am.
What was the third equation?
Ma'am, can I?
Ma'am, can I?
What equation, Varun? Sorry, Tarun. Yeah, class. What was
Ma'am,
the
y
third
is equal to
equation?
0, ma'am.
Y
Y
is equal to 0,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Equal to 0, ma'am.
Y is equal to 0. Well, y is equal to 0 is the equation of the
X-axis.
x-axis. Y is equal to 0 is the equation of the x-axis. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. All right. Let's see the graph. So I want you to understand the question. That's what I'm trying to do now. This is one equation. So you get one line. Disable your mic. Somebody's mic is enabled. Disable your mic. For this equation, this is the line. And for this equation, the x-axis is the line. How do you get the line for this? You should make an XY table and you must plot the points. For this one also, one XY table and plot the points. And for this one, no table, straight away x-axis. Now 3 lines, they enclose a triangle. This is the triangle. Find the area of this triangle using the formula half base into height. And then you must write the address of these 3 vertices. Isn't that simple, children? Have you understood the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Now see the answer. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot, children. Exact. You don't have to take the same values. You use your own values. You can use the same values for y, and then not different values. Neha and Harini, kindly disable your mic, ma. Thank you. Yeah, class. So see, can you see one equation? Can you see the equation?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you see? I always write it like this. Nowadays I've seen in schools they don't write it in this form. So I am highly grateful to my teachers. So so I just want to do what they have taught me. So we were always asked to write x in terms of y or y in terms of x. Anything. Write it like x is equal to or y is equal to, like this. And then what we do, we'll give values for y. See, we'll give values for y and we'll find the corresponding values of x. Here we'll give values for x and find the corresponding values for y. When you write x is equal to something, you must give values for y. And you should substitute here and get the values for x. Here, see, I've written y in terms of x. So I'll give different values for x and I'll find the corresponding values of y. Well, you know how to make this table, children. So this is the first equation. This is the second equation. Prepare the table. So I've written when y is equal to -1. So when y is -1, x is equal to -1, -2. See here, I've solved it like this. I've solved it like this. This is one line. When x is equal to when y is equal to -1, x is equal to -1, -2, -3. X is -3. So when y is -1, x is -3. X is -3. Next, when y is 0, when y is 0, when y is 0, that means when y is 0, x is equal to 0 minus 2. X is equal to 0 minus 2, which is -2. When y is 0, see a y is 0, x is -2, x is -2. And then when y is 2, when y is 2, y is 2, x is equal to 2 minus 2, x is equal to 2 minus 2, which is 0. So when y is 2, when y is 2, x is 0. Same thing here, children. So here, since I've written y is equal to 4x minus 4, I've given different values for x and I found the corresponding values of y. So when x is 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, y values are -4, 0, and 4. -4, 0, and 4. Is it understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now you have to make the graph. So I've made the graph. I made the graph here. And this is the, see here, this is the area. This is one line. This is one line. See, this is one line. This is the other line. This is the other line. And this is the x-axis. So this is the region enclosed by the two lines and the x-axis. See here, this is the line, no? This is the line. This is the segment of that line. And this is the second line. This is the second line. And this is a segment of the second line. And this is the x-axis. So this is the triangle. This is the triangle formed by the two lines and the x-axis. One line, other line, x-axis. So this is the triangle. This is the triangle. I've shaded the triangle. Actually, you don't have to shade. Only if they ask, you should shade. I have shaded. I have shaded the triangle. And you can see it's an obtuse triangle. It is an obtuse triangle. The triangle is an obtuse triangle. So triangle ABC, I've marked the vertices here, A, B, C. What is the ABC? Triangle ABC is the figure formed by the lines, this with the y-axis. Sorry, with y is equal to 0. We are answering the questions. Harini? Harini?
Ma'am,
Oh, you. Okay. I think. Okay. I thought there was a lag in the video probably. I thought you were just distracted. Okay, okay. There was a lag in the video, no problem.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. The first question is, see here, what is the question? Find the area of the triangle. Find the area of the triangle. So we're trying to find the area of the triangle. The triangle ABC is the figure formed by the two lines with the line y is equal to 0. Area of the obtuse triangle is equal to half base into height. Half base BC into height which lies outside the triangle. You must know that in an obtuse triangle, the altitude will lie outside the triangle. In an obtuse triangle, the altitude will lie outside the triangle. Here, this is the altitude. This is the altitude. Half base into height. Half base into height. So see here, half into this base, into this height. It lies, I've used dotted lines here. Dotted lines I've shown here into this height. So calculate how many units? 1, 2, 3 units. Base is 3 units. BC is 3 units. Just count the squares. Count the squares. 1, 2, 3. Into height. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units. Half into base into height. Half into base into height. Count the squares. From here to here, this is the base. From here to here is the base. 1, 2, 3. Height. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I zoom in, I cannot annotate. Now I'll show you. You can see there. Half base into height. Half into 3 into 4. 6 square units is the area of the triangle. And the coordinates, you can help yourself with the coordinates. You should write the address of this point, and this point. You must answer these questions, children. So coordinates of the vertices of triangle ABC are A is this one, B is this one, C is this one. Area of the triangle here. And the three lines, they enclose a triangle. Triangle ABC is the figure formed by or enclosed by these two lines with the line y is equal to 0. So we have not written anything unnecessary. First we said this is the figure formed. Then we have to find the area. Then we have to write the coordinates of the vertices. Is it understood, children?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, children, take a screenshot. You can see the question there. You can see this is the in this question here. You can see the working also below. Yeah. Children, you can your Excel tables can values of x and y, but for all of you, the lines will be like this only. All your lines will pass through the same point. See, this line passes through. This line cuts the y-axis here and x-axis here. The other line, it cuts the x-axis here and the y-axis here. Those points will be the same for all of us. This line, it cuts the y-axis here and x-axis here. And this line cuts the x-axis here and the y-axis here. For all of you, it will be like that only. Take a screenshot. So this is what you'll have to complete, children. All of you enable your cameras. I need to check if all of you are there at the end of the meeting. Rajeshwari, Tarun, Murali, Ananya, Deepika, Nikita. Nikita, you didn't turn on your camera at all. Nikita? Nandini, Pranav, are you all there? Turn on your camera.
Ma'am, I turned on my camera.
Nandini, Meera.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, Pranav, I'm here, ma'am.
Very strictly from the next class onwards, all of us have to keep our cameras turned on throughout the meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
That's mandatory. If your camera has to be fixed, please fix it.
Okay, ma'am.
All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may leave the meeting. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Good night. Thank you, children. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good night.